You will not be able to focus on anything else in your day if you're
No.
wearing this. No one else will be able to focus. I hope you like compliments. I hope you like, people talking to you and asking you questions. The Needlepoint Campitos Turquoise Cuff, designed and crafted, of course, here in the Southwest by the Chaco Canyon artisans. These Needlepoint Campitos Turquoise,
I mean, it is a moment. This is,
Hundreds.
you just don't see this type of jewelry anymore. This is, this is classic Chaco. This is,
Oh my gosh.
when I think of Native American jewelry, this is what I think of. I mean, the art work here is unreal.
And tell me, why don't we see this anymore, Courtney?
It's just so time consuming. Look how much time went into each one of these bracelets. And if you were to come to where we are, you're looking at $2,200 easy. So
Really?
yeah, even like sometimes I'm like, how does HSN do this? How do they do
Well,
this?
I shouldn't say real. I mean, that's a price shock for me, but I understand it because, again, I mentioned this earlier. I've been into your store.
Yes.
And I can attest, I looked around and I said, well, I know it's worth it. Do I have that? Well, let's take more than half off of that, shall we? Our HSN deal here will give you that $199.99 flex payment. I know you did not offer flex payments. This is something very special to HSN. And yes, we have our VIP financing on this cuff, which means if you have an HSN card and you decide to put this with your financing, $59 and change is your entire risk for this level of reward. Let's talk size, shall we? Over 2.5 inches. In fact, I think it's about 6. You're looking at 6.5 inches in length, meaning from side to side, but it's almost entirely this turquoise artwork. Every one of these pieces being hand cuffed. And you're seeing over 2.5 inches in length here, but essentially a palm, larger than most palms of your hand, because of course it is wrapped, will be the entirety of this art piece. And every one of these beads, hand-stamped, hand-crafted, hand-carved, hand-cut turquoise. And Campitos turquoise, we've said this, there's a brightness to them, there's a light to it. This is reserved for the ultra rock stars, the ultra millionaires, billionaires, and now for under $200, you will be just the star of every show.
You will. I think this is something too, like I said, we have a lifetime warranty too. So, I mean, you can pass this down from generation to generation to generation. And you know that if anything were to happen, you can always get a hold of us and we will be very glad to help you.
I think it's my favorite piece of the show.
I think so too.
Is it really for you too?
Yeah, I love Native American jewelry. I love Native American art, culture. I feel like this is definitely classic Native American jewelry that is you just don't see anymore.
And I have just heard we have 18 left. Just 18 left of these. If you are not looking at your screen just to see something beautiful, come take a look. This is the Needlepoint Campitos Turquoise Cuff. She is a cuff, okay? She's almost full, side to side, north, south, east, west, covered in hundreds of beautifully cut, hand-carved Campitos turquoise. You have the cabochons there in the center. And this intricate ring design, it just gives me this infinite image here, like I'm falling into this. But like you said, you don't find it anymore because the amount of work, hours, we're down to 15 now. These could very well sell out. In fact, I think that they might. If you are, of course, wanting to call or use our item number online, you can search for item number 895590. And all of you that are choosing this to be your purchase of the day, I just congratulate you. We see each other because this is my favorite piece I think I've seen, maybe from Chaco, full stop.
I absolutely love this piece. This took months and months to get in because it is very, very time consuming to make something like this. And we wanted to do it for the Tucson Gem Show event because, I mean, just look at, I mean, it's just a moment in itself.
If you can, I think it's the palm of my hand. And I have quite large hands, that you will not be able to find anything that is not upgraded into a whole new echelon that you're wearing by putting this on. Everything that you own will be in a new stratosphere. And I don't say this about everything because I have to be very realistic with you. If something is taking my breath away, I'll be honest with you, I'll say that it is. This cuff took my breath away just glancing at it in the background there on the screen. Imagine wearing it throughout your day. Imagine this in the sun. Imagine this looking down and knowing that you're one of the now 14 people left who are able to grab the exquisite piece of handcrafted jewelry, and knowing that for that $199 flex pay, you're not waiting to get this sent to you. We will be sending it right away. Use that VIP financing. If you have that HSN card, I believe it was a 49 or, and I'll get that confirmed, well, about a $55 flex payment there if you're using your HSN card, which is, it made me giggle a little bit because what we're seeing. And I loved stepping into your store. I could tell that this was not a tourist trap. This was the real deal. This is the place where I go just to feel inspiration. We are down to 10 left. I want to just encourage all of you, if you're like me and you know that that Southwest beauty is what drives you, if it speaks to you, no one does it better than Chaco Canyon. No one has that lifetime warranty. No one will clean this for you for free for life like Chaco Canyon. But when I walked in and I roamed those halls, something like this would go for how much, Courtney?
Around $2,200.
That's right. And I can nod my head in agreement. Yes, it can.
And then you know where your jewelry is actually coming from. This isn't slave labor coming in from overseas. This is
Not at
real
all.
artists. These are real people. They, it's a whole, like I said, it's a whole movement. And we do not do